right here, sit down, right there, don't go nowhere, little baby gon' shake that, 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 yeah, I like that, bring that, right here, sit down, right there, don't go nowhere, say yeah, I like that, bring that, right here, sit down, right there.
My name is Frank Dux. I was in Vietnam. I hold the record for most Vietnamese killed with a single roundhouse kick.
How though?
It's 56. That was in 1993 and they still haven't let me back into the country. Frank's accomplishments as the greatest Canadian ninja are only matched by his military record.
Tell that dipshit to get fucked.
Dux is the owner of more medals, ribbons and awards than the average Call of Duty lobby. If you can name a country, there's a better than average chance Frank has fought there.
That knife is huge.
Or conducted a covert operation, or maybe just banged a really hot chick there.
You're not like a piece of pussy.
But the actual special operations group that operated in Southeast Asia, known as the MACV SOG, had been disbanded by 1975. Duke's status as a permanent resident in the biggest land of make-believe since Middle-earth was confirmed when his military records showed that he had never left the United States at any point during his service.
This man a big cap. 10-gallon hat.
The next sandcastle to soccer kick was that of Frank's medals. The Medal of Honor is the highest award in the United States military, yet it was awarded to Frank in a top-secret hush-hush ceremony so as not to blow his cover, which, if true, would likely be the one and only time in history that the
No, this beat is stupid.
US military has ever awarded any medal of any description, let alone its top honor, in secret. The military aren't like the fucking
Good old Skyrim. I'm about to re-download that. Just to steal everything.
Dragonborn, covertly sneaking their highest honor into someone's back pocket.
Give me that. Snatch it. Snatch all of it.
While attempting to pickpocket them.
We'll take all of it.
Sheldon Lettich, director of Bloodsport, dim secret. The military aren't like the fucking Dragonborn, covertly sneaking their highest honor into someone's back pocket while attempting.
Oh yeah, 100% to steal. Bro, jig it all, bro. First and foremost. But we always go for the money, bro. We always go for the money, bro. What are you doing? And then I'm stealing the house key so I can break into your crib.
Attempting to pickpocket them. Sheldon Lettich, director of Bloodsport, dim-macked Frank's Medal of Honor claims in a particularly brutal fashion. Frank also used to tell me, and just about everyone he spoke to, that he had participated in secret missions for the CIA and the US military, and that he had won the Medal of Honor for his heroism. He even showed me the medal, which he had supposedly been awarded by the president. Years afterwards, when numerous people began questioning his stories, he stopped claiming that he won the medal, and then began claiming that he'd never told anyone he won it.
Like, but what in the rap cap is going on here, bro? Is this all in the book? The same book? That's crazy. Yeah, bro, I did this, but I didn't do this because the validity of it was getting questioned midway through writing this. So, yeah, it never happened. Just disregard the first 5 chapters of the book.
He even tried to convince me that he'd never told me he won the medal, or that he'd even shown it to me. But by then his entire house of cards had collapsed, and nearly everyone knew he was just a delusional daydreamer and a big bullshitter.
Man, what's the next chapter? Sly spy secret agent. Oh, okay, we get to the Kumite in 2 more chapters. Alright, bet.
It's also pretty important to note that Frank claimed he was awarded the Purple Heart, which is given to soldiers injured in battle. Yet no mention of the injuries or the medal appear in his records. Without
Cause it's big rap cap. Yeah, rap capper.
those, it would make it impossible for a veteran to receive the proper care from the Veterans Administration when they're discharged. Hence, there is a very good reason why these medals aren't awarded in secret.
Sure.
Or scrubbed from a soldier's DD-214. The only record of Dukes being injured while on active duty was described in the book Stolen Valor, when Frank apparently fell off.
Well, at least he didn't write the book. In May 1978, wait, but I thought he was already discharged before then. What? Fell from a truck in the motor pool while painting the vehicle. Oh, was he at the crib? Cause what?
Off a truck, he
Cause how? I thought it was already out of the military by then.
His painting, which might be secret code for assassinating a battalion of Viet Cong using only the dim mak, but is more than likely just Frank falling off a truck. The covert operation in which Frank allegedly received his Purple Heart, Operation Sanction, is also about as realistic as my chances with Valentina
Why he got an army hat on and he was with the Marines?
Shevchenko. Oh shit, this is really happening. Play it cool, play it cool. Don't mention the spin kick, don't mention the spin kick. Hey girl. What
Really got a chopper on her hip though, like.
was with that spin kick operation?
That horrible ad, bruh. I really feel like Shevchenko was just trying to finish the fight, but shout out Grasso.
Wolf has more credibility than Operation Sanction. No one has ever heard of or found any records pertaining to Operation Sanction outside of Frank's big book of erotic military fanfiction.
That game graphics probably horrible. 87?
Oh, and Frank's claim that he won awards for his knife fighting skills? Yeah,
But what if he has a knife? This is a question that comes up sooner or later when a person considers the reality of self-defense on the street. And unfortunately, most thugs and muggers aren't looking for a fair fight, although it is true that a blade is a deadly weapon. In the hands of an experienced knife fighter, there are some tactics and concepts that could save your life when threatened with a knife. Okay, Arthur Frank Duke gained experience in blade fighting in actual military combat and has command, so sharing some of what he learned with the black belt. Okay, I can kind of read the rest of this, but I don't think it's really relevant. We could just gonna keep going.
Those awards don't exist. The military is about as likely to give you an award for lightsaber skills as they are for knife fighting skills. But what about all those Vietnam photos and footage of Frank? They're from a short movie directed by Sheldon Lettich called Firefight. But if his medals are all make-believe, explain this photo Napoleon.
I mean, he could just be borrowing somebody's jacket. I don't see his name on it. I'm just saying.
You draft-dodging hippie, I hear you say, probably. When it was pointed out that Frank is wearing
bogus medals. Bing! And he's out of there.
mixture of Marine and Army medals in this photo, which is something that would never happen, he backpedaled and claimed this isn't actually a photo of him in uniform, it's simply a hilarious Halloween costume. So in amongst all the sexy cats, sexy nurses, and whatever the fuck this monstrosity is,
I guess it's a sexy baby. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell?
Frank was there in sexy full dress uniform.
What the hell? A sexy baby. Halloween must be stopped.
My name is Frank Dux, and as it turns out, I actually wasn't in Vietnam. I was, however, injured by a standard military issue M880 4x4 truck.
What if that's why he got discharged? That's hilarious. Yeah, but I can't even walk straight no more, bro. The Transformers cooked me, bro.
Possibly because it was a heavily disguised Viet Cong transformer. At
He got cooked by a Decepticon.
this point, Frank's military claims have seen more poked holes than a teenage disco. A simple Freedom of Information request to see his DD-214 drops the hammer of dawn on the vast majority of his claims, as one single piece of paper proves that he never left the US and was never awarded any medals. And without that, all Frank has is some communications repair training and a budding career at
Beating.
Radio Shack. But what of Frank's other claims? That of being the titular secret man, the CIA's finest operative.
Part 3. The spy who dim mocked me? What? Okay, Rap Cat Part 3 basically. I do not believe he's a spy, bro. You writing too many autobiographies. Somebody would have been cooked you.
Значит, он мне, конечно, конкретно он не рассказывал, но так, в общем, говорил, что это человек с большой буквы, так он его называл. Человек с большой буквы.
Like, bro, you just look too obvious to be a spy, bro. This man got a fat ass eye patch. Like, what the hell? Why would you not just wear glasses?
необычайной силы, воли, характера стойкого, но целеустремленный, такой, который может
Bro, it's not even that cold for all of them clothes on, bro.
выполнить эту задачу, потому что это обычный человек не в состоянии, ему это не под силу, ни физически, ни интеллектуально, это должен быть...
In 1996, Frank detailed his life's work for the CIA in his magnum opus, The Secret Man, a novel that aims for James Bond but lands squarely on Navy SEAL copy pasta.
You think you can get away with saying that shit to me over the internet? Think again, fucker.
And at the risk of turning this video into a book review, I'm about to review this book, because if my life has to be made marginally worse by its existence, then so does yours.
Why would you read the book and then subjectify us to this? The video is hilarious, but this book sounds like some bullshit. Big McGregor.
The Secret Man is a 316-page Jason Bourne fanfic written by someone who's only ever seen the one with Hawkeye in it.
So unpredictable, I gotta tell you.
In The Secret Man, Frank comes across like Forrest Gump with a military
What the hell was that?
fic written by someone who's only ever seen the one with Hawkeye in it.
So unpredictable, I gotta tell you.
In The Secret Man, Frank comes across like Forrest Gump with a military fetish.
Bro, he do cocaine.
Somehow, Frank just happens to be present at all of the most incredible moments in covert ops history.
Bro, what's wrong with your eye, bro? Was it from falling off the truck, bro? My bad about laughing at you falling off the truck, bro. I ain't know your eye was messed up like that.
By the end, I was almost expecting him to make an appearance at the Shadow Moses incident. If even 1/10 of this book is true, then Frank is legitimately the most badass human on the planet.
You're fucking dead, kid. I can be anywhere, anytime, and I
Bro, them words are not matching what he's saying, bro.
can kill you in over 700 ways, and that's just with my bare hands.
The Secret Man's exploits contain, but are not limited to: Frank gets recruited into the CIA at age 19 in a public restroom. He hunts a serial killer who is in league with a big restaurant to murder street children because they were begging outside and made the restaurants look bad. Tracks down a Russian
Actual footage of Frank Duck's life is crazy. I mean, Dukes.
bioweapon that targets people based on their race. Is made a captain in the Russian army. Uses sleeping gas on someone's dog. Licks strawberry jam off a woman's foot in the middle of a restaurant. Gets into a deadly shootout with undercover KGB agents in downtown LA. Sells his kumite sword to save the lives of a ship full of orphaned kids who were kidnapped by pirates. Travels the globe meeting sketchy underworld characters in dive bars.
Bro, is this cyberpunk? What the hell? Is that Keanu Reeves?
To shake them down for information. Blows up a fuel dump while fighting communists in Nicaragua. Blows up a chemical weapons plant in Iraq. And spends 3 days in a hotel room, banging the hottest woman you can possibly imagine. You know who I'm talking about. That woman that you're obsessed with. You follow her on Instagram, where you like every single photo she posts, occasionally getting
Bro, you have to chill, bro.
the courage to comment, "Looking good," after you've had a couple of beers, and then spend the next day with the nervous shits, worrying about whether or not it was a good idea. Well, now picture her, Frank Dux, an unlimited room service strawberry jam, locked in a hotel room for 3 days. 3 whole days.
All I can tell you is I'm not the type of guy who kisses and tells, and I took an oath, and I plan on obeying that oath.
The Secret Man gives you more ridiculousness to
Why he capping though?
unpack than a joke shop warehouse. And if you don't know what a joke shop is, see, in the 1980s we didn't have jokes of our own, so we bought jokes from actual physical shops. But
No way. There's no way that's real. The fuck? Why would you buy jokes? Why? Why would you? What? Why?
that's not important right now. What is important is that literally every one of those claims, from the strawberry jam incident to rescuing orphans from pirates, are all true stories, allegedly. But most of these stories fall apart under even the slightest bit of scrutiny. I can't find a single report of a fatal shootout between the FBI and undercover KGB agents in downtown LA in broad daylight.
I mean, how would you find it out though.
Despite the fact that it would have caused an international incident and sounds like the prologue for Red fucking Dawn, but I guess it was just too covert. And unless the Kumite sword is made from a solid gold
Yeah, bro, it's covert, bro. It was clearly a cover up. They just said it was gangbangers.
unicorn horn glued to a copy of Half-Life 3, most Somali pirates wouldn't trade a ship full of valuable orphans for one. Like the majority of Frank's life, the tales found within The Secret Man are ridiculous to the point of being a middle finger to your intelligence, but Frank dismisses the lack of evidence to back
Is he reading it backwards though? Maybe that's how he's trying to make sense of it.
up any of his whimsical bullshit by saying, "It was a secret." The Secret Man commits the cardinal sin of any book. It's more painful to read than a eulogy for a beloved pet. For a globe-trotting tale of espionage, sex, and secret missions, I spent most of my time reading this book, fighting a covert war of my own against sleep. Putting all of
Why though?
Frank's bullshit aside for a second, if The Secret Man was an Andy McNabb novel, it would probably be one of the better ones, which is what we call damning with faint praise.
Never read one. Who the hell is Andy McNabb? You mean Battlefield?
The best part of The Secret Man is, unsurprisingly, the part you don't have to read. Midway through the most insane narrative
Oh, it's a picture book.
outside of a Sutter Kane novel, Frank gives us photographic evidence of his life as an even hornier James Bond. It starts with photos of him breaking boards and doing a death touch on an inanimate object before moving on to photos of his covert ops, which looks
Alright, bro, what kind of fake ass covert ops?
suspiciously like stock photos of military operations. Photos so small that I could realistically claim they're photos of me on a secret operation to destroy the You'd Be Surprised master tapes, and you'd have
You got all this off of Google.
a pretty tough time disproving it. The one photo where Frank is clearly visible, titled as Down in the Trenches in 1983, also looks suspiciously like a still from the short movie Firefight. But the
Wow.
best is saved for last, when we're introduced to Frank, the chameleon.
There's no way. There is no way. Hey man, I'm about to write a book. There's no way he sold this. Wow. Just 3 of the hundreds of disguises I adopted, bro. Like the same person in every picture. And just because you have glasses does not mean it's a disguise. Who are you, Superman?
Master of disguise. Everything from wearing sunglasses and a cheap wig, to wearing a fake mustache over your real mustache, to puffing your cheeks out a bit, are
So what happens when he has to talk?
all CIA-sanctioned field disguises for use by the elite covert op on the go. After publication, secret agents were crawling out of the woodwork to distance themselves from Frank Dux. In August of 1996, Soldier of Fortune magazine published an
Final EOS? I guess. Aircav. Unmasking the secret man. Oh, unmasking the cap rapper. Let's see. Steer, snub, nose, sniper. Hezbollah? Hezbollah. I'm not gonna say that. And advocates. Oh, anarchists? Yeah, anarchists, I guess. Yeah. Oh, you can win a gun? Win a Smith & Wesson Sigma 9mm. What? That's tough.
article about Dukes and the Secret Man, brutally titled Full Mental Jacket. In August of 1996, Soldier of Fortune magazine published an article about Dukes and the Secret Man, brutally titled Full Mental Jacket. In the literary
Real world. Talking shop with SEAL Team 5. But you can do that though? Oh yeah, I guess if it's y'all talking about somebody who ain't never did nothing.
The equivalent of being pulled apart by horses, Soldier of Fortune spoke to a number of people Dukes claimed were covert ops workmates of his and systematically destroyed any lingering shred of credibility.
93 martial artist demonstration in which Dukes uses one kick to smash 2 bottles of champagne held by his students. Bro, why he ain't never fought nobody?
Dukes may have had. Actual real-life, non-fantasy SEAL Team Commander Larry W. Simmons was talked into writing the foreword for the book, as both he and Dukes had the same literary agent, but upon publication, Simmons tried to have his name removed from it. He said, "As soon as I read the first few pages, I knew I'd been deceived into lending credibility to a fraudulent endeavor. He is
Damn, bars.
not an American warrior, he is a con man." Dukes also made claims about General John Singlaub, saying they had met at a covert ops expo in 1993. And as a brief aside here, having an expo for covert ops like it's Comic Con with night vision,
Like, bro, that sounds so stupid, bro. What the hell? Why would you have... Okay. You having a whole convention about secret operations. What?
goggles seems a bit counterproductive for people trying to keep a low profile, but whatever. Singlaub claimed to have never even met Frank and said, "You know, it's an insult to your intelligence on the subject of special operations to think that this guy Dukes could say he's involved in these things." Singlaub also described the book as virtually a complete fabrication. He had his lawyers call the book's publisher and demanded it be removed from publication. Robert Gates, then deputy of the CIA, said, "I never heard of this guy, and no one I know in the intelligence community ever heard of him."
Bars.
And in an unusual move for the CIA, they made a public statement denouncing any links between them and Dukes. CIA spokesman Mark Mansfield said, "Mr. Dukes' book is sheer fantasy."
They on his head.
He was never employed by or affiliated with the CIA.
So, what is this?
Like, bro, what is the eye patch for, bro? I'm back on the eye patch, bro.
When Soldier of Fortune contacted Dukes to ask for clarification of the events of his book, Dukes claimed he couldn't answer any questions because it would endanger him and his family.
Okay, cool, buddy. In his own defense, on May 15th, SOF interviewed him by phone in hopes of resolving some of the differences between image and reality. Most of his responses can be characterized as hazy and backpedaling. When pinned down or on obvious errors, Dukes lean heavily on "it's a secret." He even noted at one point that some of the details may have eluded him due to a brain tumor. You gonna blame it on a brain tumor, bro? This is what we doing now? Surprisingly, after writing a 316-page book that purports to expose a lot of the CIA's dark and dirty secrets on several points, Dukes was unwilling to elaborate on grounds of security or claiming that to answer the question would expose himself or his family to retribution.
Despite the fact that he had just written a 316-page book that spilled more confidential stories than a teenager's diary, the intelligence community dismissed The Secret Man as a work of pretty low-effort fanfiction, and Dukes himself as a complete charlatan. But as always,
Dukes, yeah, kind of gotta. His name is stupid. His name's probably fake too.
Frank was able to maintain that this was just the CIA and the military denying his existence because that's just how secret he was. Frank would eventually claim that he had never said he was employed by the CIA.
Like, bro, why? Why is he wiping his face like that? But he's never done anything. Clearly.
Despite, stating that he was the CIA's finest
Like, bro, he just made Bloodsport an ass movie just by capping like this. Like, bro, they made a movie about you that was cap.
Covert operative right on the front cover of his fucking book, and doing interviews where he talked about that one time where he was employed by the CIA.
And how long did you work for the CIA?
I worked directly for William Casey from 1981 to 87.
Lies.
Frank's intelligence career can be defined entirely by its stunning lack of intelligence.
And now I see why you put the book in the trash. Now you have to burn the trash. Please and thank you.
When Frank Dux finally shuffles off this mortal coil and goes to that great kumite in the sky, I sincerely hope that his legacy won't be that of half-baked military
Where does C come from?
fanfiction and sub-Austin Powers level James Bond rip-offs. Because despite his proclivity for spewing more bullshit than a malfunctioning slurry tank, Frank gave us the greatest gift anyone could have bestowed upon martial arts fans: Bloodsport. It's time to talk about the...
What's the whole up?
Everything I see and I achieve it, bitch, we best. Everything I see and I achieve it, bitch, we best. Everything Everything I'm seeing, I achieved it, bitch, you best believe it. It has been my Nintendo, shit shit though, kick it with my kinfolk. Haters just be talking, so I really do not need their info. Yeah, they info, yeah. Chopper ascending, I'm back in this bitch, hella me pending. Mind on $1 million and I'm needing like every percentage. Feel like Naruto when the leaf is hitting. It's so hard to stay hidden. It's dying soul sitting